Okay. All right, hello everybody. I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome back to live stream number 4, where we're playing as Taboritsky, currently leader of the West Russian Regency, here in Hearts of Iron 4, the Moe Order, Last Days of Anime. Um, so let's see now. I think where we last left off was we had finished up the Grand Regency thing and did a glorious day, which gives us some political power. Not that we're short on that at all, but now we actually have access to the rest of the tree. So we've got a year and a half to go. This looks like the industry stuff here. Virtuous education helps our academic base and research facilities. How are we doing in terms of those right now? Yeah, we basically just went into a new bracket with those, so we might come down here and do virtuous education sooner rather than later. Tear down the failures hurts economic growth, but in the end we'll be stronger for it. Change tax rate law to exploitative taxation. No! Oh, that's awful. Political power gain minus 50%. What's our current tax thing? We're doing medium. So that takes us all the way to here. Lots of negative stuff. I might not actually want to take that at all. Serve 44 says, is this an actual mod? What are you talking? Of course it's an actual mod. I'm playing it, aren't I? Then we've got some Imperial stuff here. Yes! Venerate the soldiers. Yes, that gives us that. It's going to increase the draft rate, and we can finally freaking improve here. And let's see, the army professionalism will begin to rapidly improve. Right now we're at, let's see, 240 minus 110 would be 130, and then divide that by 4. That's going to take almost 3 years. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start improving it right now. So yeah, we'll start here. Now that Western Russia is fully under our authority and major internal rivalries disposed of, we can finally end our reliance on paramilitaries and the barely loyal military remnants of the wretched Republic of Komi. Such rabble are undeserving of the regent's commands. In their place, the Imperial Army will finally return after 50 years of its absence. It will not be quite the same institution. The weaknesses will be excised. There's many trials ahead. None shall find them wanting. Hey there, Franchan. Thank you very much. Hope it goes well. Not going to be a super long stream today, I'm thinking. But let's see. So I think maybe, let's see if today we can at least fight Omsk and Yazov. Yazov, I'm pretty sure, outnumbers us, yeah, by a significant amount. He might have 50% more than we do. And remember also, we don't even have our troops filled up. Like, if we look at the details here, okay, that one's full, but... Okay, I guess we do have the troops that are needed, after all. It says we're out of manpower, though. Okay. That's weird. Oh, it's because we have excess manpower! Look at that! Ha-ha! Because we're mobilizing and it's gone. Alright, we have tons and tons and tons of political power. What do we want to do with it? Does the mod change the elite infantry icon to have cat ears? You are 100% correct. There it is, right there. Meow. Nobody will be able to stop us. Wait, is it no? No, it's nyan. No, but nyan buddy can stop us. I don't know. I can't. I'm not doing it right. So we have National Service Program. I think these are the 4 I didn't really care about. Do I need chromium, tungsten, or oil? Yeah, we're very good on all of those. On the other hand, it is nice to have more resources, and it gives infrastructure. You know what? We got so much political power to burn. Let's do it. Okay. The race for the Urals has begun. A new theater opens. Looks like we're not allowed to do this other stuff. We only can do the military intervention. I guess that makes sense. We are Burgundians after all, or at least using the Burgundian system. Which, let's review what exactly that is, because some people just go, "Are you Burgundy? Burgundy?" Like, they don't really, they're just like, "When are we gonna get Burgundy this, Burgundy that?" And they can't even define it, so we're gonna go ahead and define it. When Germany's luck began running out after the Second World War, the most fanatical members of the Nazi Party, chief among them Reichsführer SS Heinrich Himmler, sought to reconcile their beliefs in the superiority of National Socialism with the increasingly bleak reality unfolding before them. They eventually arrived at the conclusion that the Nazi Party had lost sight of itself and had collapsed into decadence, and that only they were fit to preserve the ideology as truly intended. They increasingly isolated themselves from the Third Reich's political structures, secretively building their own systems in parallel. When Himmler was made head of the SS Ordnungsstaat Burgundy, he began implementing his vision unimpeded. Essentially, the party is exalted above all other aspects of society. So instead of the party, in this case, it's Alexei. Draconian racial supremacy laws are harshly enforced. Nazi thought is deliberately incorporated into every aspect of waking life. It hopes to remove all potential sources of decadence or complacency. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we're still trying to mobilize right now. Monthly growth is not great. What is this? Oh, time to consider our destiny. Yes. We have to slow things down, especially because we might be picking them up later. But we're already in the 3rd hour. We need to stay on top of things there. We've got to at least unite Russia before the clock strikes midnight. Here we go! Journal entry! Time for the music! And I've actually pulled up a 1-hour version of it, so I could just pause and unpause it instead of having to go back to the beginning every time. Here we go. Yo, DJ, spin that shit! Journal entry, 21st of June, 1967. Whereas I reigned over many nations and had brought all the world under my domain, I was not willing to abuse the greatness of my power, but to govern my subjects with clemency and lenity, that they might live quietly without any terror, and might enjoy peace which is desired by all men. Esther, chapter 13, verse 2. Shtumoviki performances... Excuse me. Let me wet my whistle. Shtumoviki's performance is faltering. They've reported only 3,482 confirmed kills in the past month. One knows, though the numbers that one sees amidst the sky, that there remain many more undesirables yet to be removed. That Tsarevich Alexei's foremost defenders have become so indolent and ineffective is most concerning. Spare the rod, spoil the child, so it is often said. Are we not all God's children? Disciplinary measures will be intensified and carried out more regularly. Decimation comes to mind. Civilian anti-Jew measures have been more fruitful. Promises of financial reward are a powerful incentive. German methods at work once more, effective as ever. The search for Tsarevich Alexei proceeds as usual. Leads are scarce. Only I can perceive the skein, and it is difficult to communicate its messages to lesser men. Still, hope yet lives. My hand is steady. My mind is intact. I am not insane. God, the designer, his mechanisms beckon. The clock slows down. Alright. Yeah, having that hour version is going to be extremely helpful. Even though we won't get the very, very start of it every time with the full, you know, the... Oh my god, I was in a whole other key there. Imperial Black. Afenseni regarded his new uniform, all black. Sir, we'll cook down south during the summer. Don't complain. Besides, it's just a dress uniform. If we ever wear it in summer, it'll only be for a parade or whatever. Strange hybrid of an SS and Tsarist uniform. 4 more years of mandatory service and fighting up for a leader he didn't even support. We used to fight Taboritsky's boys. I'm a patriot and a believer. The man in charge is Russian and a man in God. I'll fight for him. I respect Gumilyov, but he was never going to give Russia what it needed. In the back of behind a roll of rockers, the private jotted down the corporal's words and made for the nearest telephone. That extra stripe didn't belong on the uniform of a traitor. Only men of God may fight for him. Oh, so we're gonna get some new generals here. Oh, I should have written down what their names were. Oh, we've got a pirate. I think the pirate's new. So's this Yuri Ivetkovich. Oh goodness, this looks like bad news bears right here. And we have a new field marshal, I think, as well. All right, time to venerate the soldiers. This is going to be very good. We are the third Rome, infusing the essence of the glorious civilization in the bones of our children. In our veins flows the blood of Heraclius, Justinian, and Constantine the Great. No matter how deprived or misfortune we might be, we always remain God's chosen warriors and the purest race in all creation. So we're not going to launch that military intervention, of course, but soon we're going to go to the 4-year draft. We're already mobilizing now, so going to the 4-year draft is not going to help a ton, but it will be useful down the line. We are going to queue these up, though. Yeah, nothing's going to actually get filled, but I want to do this now so I don't forget later. A girl from GFL, the Field Marshal. What's GFL stand for? Remember, guys, I've actually seen much less anime than you all might think. Though, yeah, and also Marine is here, for those of you who missed it before. I can launch that in a minute. Black market oil order has failed again. Hold on, did we ever get that air assault thing set up? No, we didn't. Or, no, we're not allowed to yet, not until we've got early helicopter. But, were we building helicopters at least? Yeah, we've got the experimental ones. We've got a few hundred already queued up. Nice. Girls front line. Oh. Let's see, how long until you declare war on the Omskoids? Well, the thing with West Russia is you can go to war earlier than 1969, but we're probably going to wait just because we don't have the army for it. Tremble, Zion, and Despair. Hey, 25,000, and then is it going to just disappear instantly? I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is. There you have it. Let's see here. Minimum training level. We can do strength and body. That helps with army professionalism even more. Purity and soul. That hurts recruitable population. But right now, hold on. What's our racial integration right now? Some of this stuff I think I'm still gonna take for you know, role play. So right now we have an integrated military, but we can go to no racial integration, so that's going to take away 20% of our recruitable population factor. That stinks. How fast is this going now? We're going at a rate of 7 a month. Faster, faster! Although, I don't want to go to political interference. Like, I wonder if it's possible for us actually to get to the professional army. Here, I'll just do some math again. So if we're at... Okay, 240. Well, actually, we're about to get a +7. So let's say 240 minus 121 will be 7. It's 7, no, not 7. I meant to say plus the 7. Then, let's see here. So we'll have 119 to go, and if you divide that by 7, it's only 17 months. So we can get that done before we can get up to political interference before we go to war in the East. So, if that is the case, you know, let's take strength and body because this is the combat schooling is a permanent change. Yeah, so that we could do that a little bit faster too. 1 + 1 by 17 months. Yeah, we can get it done a couple of months earlier, but then we're gonna try to wait on the purity and soul. Or not the purity and soul, on the loyalty and mind, supremacy in arms. So these are that's there's stuff. Breaking waves, herald of the empires. Gotta think here. Maybe I should just be taking these. I've got tons of political power. No sense in saving this much of it. Yeah, let's do propaganda programs. And construction speed's nice. It'll increase the GDP a little. Oh, national service programs. That helps with weekly manpower. Very good. Yeah, let's just spend it. Spend it while you got it. And there's no sense in looking at that. Some of this stuff. Reunification. Okay. Logistically, how are we doing? We're a little bit short on the anti-tank. Oh, more than a little, actually. Let's go more here, and then the next open factory will go there. Economic status, I think I've already maxed out the construction. Yep. Okay. Increase the civilian spending. Oh, that's right. Decreasing military budget hurts the recruitable population too, though. Right, right. What's Taborite? You guys said on the left side. Oh, this. Army professionalism will start to worsen. Ooh, so we want to take our time with doing this. Officers for the reclamation. Bonuses for the past. Oh, we got some real good stuff here. Clock will speed up if we do this. I don't want to. Yeah, we want to hold off on those as long as possible. Let's go over to the virtuous education. So we can fix that up. Your factory output, research speeds get better. Okay. Halt direct operations, launching military intervention. Yeah, we just got to wait. Still training some of these. Urban assault specialist. Now, I wonder why the army professionalism is going to get worse. There is no international law. The concept was created by the Jews and their minions to protect their evil race from righteous cleansing. What's this? United Russia will be the largest and wealthiest nation in all of creation. Great swaths of verdant agriculture land stretch from Ukraine to the depths of Eurasia. Beneath the earth there is a veritable bounty of... whoop, come on. Oh, new journal entry. A veritable bounty of mineral resources, but it's out of our reach for now. Okay. New journal entry. Journal entry. September 1st, 1967. A wise heart shall acquire knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh instruction. Proverbs 18:15. Does the soul reside within the clay of the body, or is there some means by which an immaterial spirit might interface with flesh? Science has dug deep into the physical nature of humanity, but no answers yet present themselves. When I resided in Berlin, I heard tell of many developments in psychology and the philosophy of mind. But there's the rub. But. There was always a but. The development of theoretical or speculative or devised by a Jew. I suspect the latter is the case throughout the world of academia. For my part, I would theorize that the question of soul-mind-body interaction is to remain forever unsolved. I have my own idea that the... Oh, good lord! Okay, so I'm watching... I got the 1-hour version of Portrait playing in the other monitor, and I just actually glanced over to it, and there's rotating pictures. Some of these pictures, a little risque, let's say that. So that's why I just went, oh my god! Where was I? The difference between us, of course, is that I would never enter such a passive layabout profession. Men of letters and wisdom are necessary but troublesome. The whispers of Zionist propaganda echo loudly in the halls of learning. Was it not from academia that Bolshevism first sprang, rather than the proletariat? I worry for the future of Russia's youth should we fail to root out the rot before rebuilding our academic tradition. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Here we go. Next up, what do we want to do? We're still researching these doggone helicopters. Industry is basically as maxed out as it's going to be because it's way too ahead of time. The penalties for going further right now. What are we going to do? We could do some air supremacy stuff here and really stack up the bonuses for the helicopters. Agility and ground attack. I think ground attack, air defense, range. I don't know. There's a ground attack here, ground attack there. None of this is amazing. Oh, the out of supply thing though will be very helpful. Invasion of the Southern Urals. Our rival has dispensed with all diplomacy and launched a massive military intervention in the South Urals. Crap. Do I want to get involved here? Could we take them? That's the question. If we could beat them, you know, we're all set. Like, we'll go for it right now if we can beat them. But I'm not so sure we actually can. Shit, and I've been reducing the military spending right now. Fuck me. Okay. We can strike them directly, we can invade as well into the Euro Leagues and whatnot, or we could stay back. I don't want to lose stability, even though I'm at 100%, like way more than that. Oh, man. I think we've got to do it. Virtuous education. Fuck me. Fear your enemy, allegedly. If we could just break through. See, the problem is that Omsk is very much in the south, you know. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. We'll start the war now. Take advantage of being in Western Russia, right? Grab as much as you can while you can. So it gives you that huge advantage over the east. Okay, so Tabby early Omsk War. We're gonna have to be careful in the north that we don't let too many divisions get, you know, concentrated up here. The aggression must be punished. Strike them directly. Let's just take as many days as we can, though. Quiet night. 2 rats, a loaf of hard bread, 3 soft, slightly brown apples. They each took an apple. The candles flames, there was a draft. Svetlana padded through her dimly lit home and up the stairs to her bedroom. She passed Alex's old room. Even the sight of his name etched on the door was enough to clench her heart tight and elicited a hydrating flow of tears. Morning was a luxury they could no longer afford. They ate and slept, but did not live. So we'll lower stability and monthly population, but higher ideology drift defense. The Crown's finances, poor showing. Regent meandered over the window of his study, a glass of Breton wine in his hand. He knew there were thousands of strong Westerns working day and night to forge the arms of victory, but it seemed those same workers were holding out on him. All within the realm was rightfully Tsarevich Alexei's property, therefore in his absence it was the regent's. All belongs to Mother Russia. Weird that they're still called Republican Guard. I guess so. Unfortunately, there's no quick way to do it, and it's just gonna take too long for us to go through and manually switch everything. Let's consider our destiny again here. Oh, we're already on the 4th hour, guys. We gotta be careful. Yeah, we gotta speed it up. Speed, not the clock, but, you know, uniting. Alright. 5 days. Let's let them get nice and committed in the south, and maybe we could push through here into Yekaterinburg and get south, and we could encircle like 9 of their divisions or so. We don't have a whole lot we could build up, but I think we gotta prioritize the military factories right now. Okay. 2 days left. Come on, keep putting your head in the noose for me. Great. Aggression must be punished. Strike them directly. Alright, go. Now the key here is going to be getting around Yekaterinburg. The clock goes to 24, not 12. Oh, nice. Military time. I like it. I like it. Still, it's moving forward, and it must not for right now, anyway. France has sided with Germany. Oh, France. It's so amusing to me how you pretend you aren't fascist in nature. No, we are the home of the revolution. Ignore all the decades of monarchy we happily were under after the revolution. We're totally revolutionists. Liberty, equality, fraternity. And it's just like, okay, that's great. That's great. Now say it this time without crying. Oh yeah, we're slicing right through them. We're still on widespread cronyism for our army professionalism. Yuki says, I wait for you to play Hearts of Fate, Empire of Sun. I don't think I actually know what that is, but yeah. So basically, here's the remaining Hearts of Iron 4 schedule. Oh, Socialist, did you think I had manpower for a second? Adorable. Here's the like, I guess, remaining schedule of Hearts of Iron 4. I'm gonna do this campaign, and I've got my 2 Equestria at War beta campaigns that I'm going. I'm gonna upload the next episodes of those after this, by the way. Then I've got what else was I gonna do? And then after, and I'm also gonna do a pre-recorded TNO campaign. But then that's it. We're gonna take like a month off. You know, absence makes the heart grow fonder and all that. Alright, how are these ratios? Not great. We're actually losing more than they are. We've captured the Vorkuta gulags, though. That helps with recruitable population factor. But the issue I'm having right now is mobilization. Quite frustrating. Keep moving east. What is this song? Soviet Assault Waltz. Oh, and Fate is cool. I think it's pretty obvious why I like it. And that would be the angel known as Saber. No, let's see. But yeah, we gotta take a little break. Give you guys time to miss Hearts of Iron. Sins of the past. Research facilities can improve. How's the industrial equipment right now? Equipment's improving very, very rapidly. Let's see here. Don't worry, if you were insulted by my portrayal of the French right now, where do you see the Aquelian Republic campaign? That's meaning that it's quite good. It's extremely good. This is going to speed up the clock. Let's do Sins of the Past for right now then. Let's work on those research facilities. Alright. Let's see. The wrong kind of question. Mr. Markov, I have a question about the Bible. If the Bible says thou shalt not kill, why do soldiers do it all the time? Nikolai, that's a difficult question. Not to mention a little unfair, don't you think? He shook his head. No, Mr. Markov. I saw a soldier shoot old Mr. Androv from down the street yesterday. I know soldiers kill people in wars, but he wasn't in a war. He was just an old man who liked old, party music, he called it. Markov paused, then placed a hand on Nikolai's shoulder. Nikolai Mikhailovich, the truth is there are some questions you shouldn't ask. It's a good thing you only asked me because... Oh, I asked the soldier outside the school too, but he didn't answer me. He just looked at me funny and asked my name. I told him, but he still didn't want to tell me. Markov's heart sank, and he patted Nikolai on the head before dismissing the boy. He felt sick and tried to bite back the tears welling in his eyes. Too curious indeed. Our academic-based societal development will begin to rapidly worsen. Oh, son of a bitch. But I think... Okay. No, it's fine. We're actually still slightly up. We're good. We're good. But we're probably never going to improve it now. Yep. Too curious by half. Damn it, I don't think we can advance any further. Not reasonably. We gotta go into micro mode. Shit. Dumb boy kills his family by proxy. Yep. That's rough, buddy. Oh, what's happening? Up's happening. Oh! The African devastation! The guilt is that I am still here. That is my guilt. The horror. The horror. Ooh, it's a little extra there. Alright. Thoughts on Hellsing Ultimate? Well, it's a classic horror-style anime. But... Alright, it has happened, and now we get all the... Oh, yeah, there's naked Avambo land again. But yeah, wow. Second time we've seen the African devastation happen in the last 3 campaigns or so. There is your muscle fetish right there. Goodness gracious, look at these lats. Look at the tries, the traps. Goodness gracious. Now the question becomes, is it possible to get the third one off this? Oh, look at this cat girl. Yeah, here they all are. Oh, she's got a top hat. This one's ready for the gas. Ultra-nationalist. CHG likes armpits. I didn't say that! I didn't say that just because she looks like a pit slut. I mean, never mind. Never mind. This is not a productive area of discussion. This world is cursed as fuck. Yeah, it ain't pretty right now. It really isn't. Right now, the Grand Principality is the best hope for Russia. I'm kidding, of course. The best hope for Russia is Alexei. Alexei will unite us. The magic of live streams as we get more African devastations. But could somebody please, I'm sorry that I've asked this before, but how do you, what is it that triggers the third war? Because that's where it gets, you start to really get the wacky people showing up, right? We might be able to get some cutoffs here in the north. Oh no, that's a river, not the border. Fucking hell, man. Alright. Oh, that's a weak point. I see it. Yes, even with the fort. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Alright, now the ratios are evening out. Things are looking much better. Nope, nope, nope. Hold, 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 hold. Don't do that. The third war needs South Africa to lose the war. Oh, okay. So it's that Hutig has to take South Africa, and then, so that's War 1. Then he blows up because the Burgundian system's not sustainable, and then there's a third one after that. Okay. Got it. So we won't see a third war. Well, that's good. The African devastation happens at the second. Is there a super event when the third happens where it's just Africa, just freaking, just cut it at the Suez Canal and let it drift off. Just the rest of the world abandons it. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot into it, Bomber Monkey, huh? Maybe that's something I can do whenever my hiatus is over. Do a do a Huttig campaign where I attempt to trigger all 3 South African wars. Well, the first one always happens. You know what I mean. A thinking man is dangerous indeed. What's this? Nestor jolted away because the tribe drove over a drum hole. They were just, well, intellectuals. We're all teachers, which must mean you too. We're all from the same school, but I don't recognize you. I'm head of the literature department. We're in the back of a shoot-'em-rough truck headed out into the countryside. Taboritsky's come for the teachers now. Teachers imparted knowledge, and knowledge was power in this new hellish vision of Russia. There was only room for only one man of power in the Holy Russian Empire. A thinking man is dangerous indeed. We're gonna get political power, but and it's gonna hurt a lot of party popularity of others, and then our industrial expertise will begin to worsen. But I've done enough that it's still actually improving rapidly. Good. Let's find out what this imperial treasury thing is, huh? South African hat trick of death. Hold against them. Alright. What are we gonna do about this frickin' manpower issue? It's not like increasing military... Well, actually, we probably will still do that anyway, you know, increase the military spending. Wait for the current modifier to expire. When did I start that one? Shit! This is an ugly, ugly frickin' war. They've got more manpower in the fields than I do, too. Let's see, what's America doing? They've got Kennedy. He's doing community action right now. There goes the Euro League, which means I'm going to have to stretch my front line now. Oh, wait, I know how to fix things. Get rid of all these. Boom, and look at that. We've got manpower suddenly. I should have actually just deleted those one at a time. It would have been better. Oh, yep, it's disappearing and it's gone. We'll try to get more out when we can. Independence for the United Arab Emirates. Really? Oh, interesting outfit there. What is this thing in the middle? Is that like a braid coming from her hair or something? Or a belt? I don't know. Alright, keep this guy occupied. You keep that one occupied while we go over here to Lisva. There we go. A little better. Not great, though. Definitely not great. Another failed black market order. It's just looping at this point. Shuba. Is that one duck from Hololive as well? Consider our destiny. Absolutely. Wish that hunting the opposition thing would go away. Okay, we gotta extend the front line now to here. Shit. At least we've got the north totally secured. We could just keep pressing in on them. Let's see. We got a mechanical plant here. The workers are toiling. There were sacred hymns. So we've got speakers in the factory looping sacred hymns. A priest walked among them, swinging his censer and chanting benedictions of labor. Behind him followed a deacon who anointed the machines with sacred oil. No longer was the Izhevsky mechanical plant a mere factory. It was a true cathedral of industry. The soul of the machine be with thee. Oh, you could go for Imperial Opulence. He'll slow the clock down. Or we could do Black Budget. into an absolute truth. This just objectively seems worse. The clock will strike. We're not investing. We're not thinking of long-term growth. We're going to get a little bit more resource gain efficiency, and it helps with the resource consumer goods factories, but it really is just worse. Hold on. Stretch! You know, let's get officers for the reclamation. That'll help with the war that's, you know, happening right now. But I'm enjoying this compression that we're managing to make happen here. Oh, hold on. They're attacking. We need to... And then counterattack! No, wow. Just not happening. Funky looking front line here, but yeah, the bulge is lost. How much recruitable population do they have available? Oh, they're out of manpower as well. That's wonderful. Okay, you two counterattack into this division. Okay, we keep running out of manpower. We got to keep deleting how many that we have in reserve coming up. We're just not mobilizing fast enough. Okay, but the military austerity is gone. Cool, let's switch that over to military spending this time. We actually might go into debt for real in this campaign, which I don't think has ever happened in Russia. Come on, breakthrough, breakthrough. Yes, yes. How many divisions do they have? They've got 39, even though they don't have more manpower, so it's definitely not a great situation. Friendly air superiority. Well, minor blessings, right? Okay. We're sort of wearing them down bit by bit. Nice overrun there. Well done, 14th Division. Yeah, this thing in the north is going pretty well. And these are cores. They're extremely sparsely populated cores, but they are cores nonetheless. What's happening? Okay, yeah, things kind of froze there for a second. Yeah, extremely sparsely populated cores. Most of it's still coming from UMPs, but it's good to have, you know, the damage being done to them. Attack from 4 different directions here. This tile, I think, is empty. Yes, I believe it is. And then we'll have the river to protect us from the east attack. Okay, lessons from the past. Get a bunch of land doctrine research bonuses. Very nice. Receiving the salute. The Russian Empire was never militarily defeated in the Great War. It was brought down from within by the knife of Judas. The brilliance of White Army heroes like Kornilov and Denikin is indisputable and will be the foundation of our new tactical doctrines. The wisdom of the old empire will guide us to victory everlasting. And the early helicopter is done, which means finally we can start researching air assault. This guy's sticking his head into the noose. It's wonderful. Good, 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 good. We'll be able to encircle 2 divisions, I think. Yeah, slowly but surely, they keep taking more and more. That's good. Oh yeah, and by the way, I do have the soundbite queued up for the thanks for the snack boys thing in Taboritsky, aka Kurumi's voice, for super chats. So that will be a thing we'll do for the rest of this campaign series whenever it happens. Yeah. The Greatest Story Never Told, released 2 weeks ago. Tank with a Dixie flag rolling over a Nazi flag with a hammer and sickle instead of a swastika. Thought balloon coming out of George Rockwell's hand. Judo Bolsheviks. Yeah, this is America stuff. Would you recommend the anime Tabby's characters from? Well, I've never actually seen it. I've only seen clips on YouTube. But I will say this. The voice actor in English, she's getting it done. She is getting that done. She's putting in the work. And the work is good. Right. Let's keep dumping in here. I'm gonna widen this, and then we pivot up to Yugorsk. I think we might be able to get a few encircled, you know, get a few divisions encircled up here if I'm lucky. Alright, we're about to push through there. Yeah, if we get to Nadium, then we really are just gonna only be making it smaller. Manpower's gone. Never fear. Conquering History Games confirmed dub over subs. Well, I usually do subs, but sometimes the dubs are good. There's good dubs out there. Like Cowboy Bebop is of course the gold standard. I think most people would say they prefer Goku's English-sounding voice in Dragon Ball Z to his Japanese one. So, good dubs exist. You know, there's some really good ones out there. Colleen Clinkenbeard is incredible. So is Christopher Sabat. Actually, it was the English dub that really helped me with first getting into One Piece, because back when I watched One Piece, started watching One Piece, I didn't really see too much anime other than what I had seen as a kid. And when I started watching it, it was with the English dubbing, and it was really fun to me because it was like a Dragon Ball Z reunion, because a lot of the voice actors for Dragon Ball Z were also doing One Piece. So, for example, hold on a sec. Luffy was voiced by the same person who did that's Colleen Clinkenbeard. She does Gohan. Oh, let's just take them all. We got all the stuff. Yeah, Luffy was voiced by... I'm not going to name every voice actor's name just to make it simple, but like Luffy was voiced by Gohan. Sanji was voiced by Trunks. Zoro was voiced by Vegeta, aka... And also Piccolo. That one was Christopher Sabat. He did both. He did Vegeta and Piccolo. How's the clock doing? Clock is at 4th hour. Yeah, we haven't been letting it speed up lately. We're good. Yeah, 10 Bravification, that's an excellent point. Like, you know, back in the day, early, you know, dubs were pretty trash, but now it's gotten more professional. You know, it's so mainstream now. And like I said, you've got some... Yeah, I lost this division. Fuck. And yeah, you just have some people who are absolutely brilliant. Christopher Sabat's always great. So is Colleen Clinkenbeard. And plus, you know, think about Western cartoons. There's plenty of good dubbing in Western cartoons. Like Tara Strong's great. And what's that other one's name? Saint Germain, I think. Yeah, Ghost Stories dub. It ain't always like the Ghost Stories dub. You know, there's good stuff out there. Anyway, One Piece. Yeah. So hold on, I'm losing track here. I believe it was Luffy was Gohan. Luffy was voiced by Gohan. Trunks, Sanji was voiced by Trunks. Zoro was voiced by Piccolo / Vegeta. Who else? I'm trying to remember who voiced Usopp. I really liked Usopp's voice. Actually, I still prefer Usopp's English dub voice to the Japanese dub. Subtitles can help with learning languages, yes, if you are doing that. But then it gets tricky, because then you want to make sure you're getting actually really accurate stuff. So sometimes, like, it's kind of the great debate in not just anime or whatever, but just like, you know, whenever you're translating anything at all, how important is it to to translate the spirit of something compared to the literal translation of it. So, for example, in Legend of the Galactic Heroes, which is an older anime, hold on. Demands for the future. We're now well equipped, ready for anything. This will help us with the infantry equipment. But, yeah, so for example, in Legend of the Galactic Heroes, that's an anime, my favorite one, by the way, which is about a war between two space nations. So there's the Free Planets Alliance and the Empire. Hold on a second. Receiving the salute. Hopefully they'll be more competent than the generation of their grandfathers. This is what he had hoped to leave the Taboritsky once he found men who were brave, loyal, and true. Exemplars of the pure race. So, what was I saying? Yeah. So you have this democratic army, and you've also got an imperial army. Now, both of them, they will salute, and they'll say "Kok, kok," usually when they're speaking to an officer, and it gets translated as "sir" or "general" when at least with the translations that I had. It gets translated as like "sir" or "general" when it's the democratic army, but whenever it was the Imperials, it would say like "Your Excellency." So I don't know what literally translates to, but it's probably not both. So I'm willing to bet that it's some sort of honorific term that you're supposed to give to your commanding officer. And so what the translator decided to do is say, well, this is an imperial army. They're going to call them the Disappearance of Speer? Oh yeah, Borman won. So this is in America, but that's not Speer's portrait. Yeah, so he's gone. Borman's doing his thing. So the translator decided, well, I'm going to have it translate to Your Excellency when it's the Imperial Army, and it'll just be a regular "sir" for the democracies. Let's see here. That's Speer? I thought Speer was a brunette. Or did Speer dye her hair when she went on the run? Hey, Lyndon Johnson, who's in charge of America? Not you. It's Robert Kennedy. He wrecked you in the where in the world is Carmen Speer Diego? Man, I would love to play on the channel Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, but I just can't. I just don't think it works on, like, I've been able to find a couple emulators, but it doesn't work on like the current versions of Windows and stuff. Okay, we're crushing them slowly but surely. We're crushing them very slowly though. And I remember a real life example of like trying to figure out a translation. I was working on this museum exhibit with a bunch of people, and we had two people who were in charge of translating it into Spanish because they were both native speakers. But they ended up getting in arguments, and that makes it sound like some horrible fighting or anything. It's not. It was just like a disagreement over how to translate some of this, because it would fundamentally come down to, are we translating literally, or are we trying to like get the idea of it across? So it's tricky. If you guys watch my my freaking Aquelian Republic beta campaign that I've been doing, there's an episode where there's an event that has to do with the translation of a word, and it's like in English it means the same thing, but in French it doesn't, so it creates a thing. Let's see here. I thought Speer was a brunette. CHG. He's a brunette in the, or she's a brunette in the game. Literal idiot translation that Google likes to do. Yeah, Google Translate ain't too good for that kind of stuff usually. Certainly not for like a complex sentence. Google Translate can be okay if you just need to find a certain word, but I'm sure a professional translator doesn't do that sort of stuff. We're going to lose these guys, and that's bad because this is like the linchpin to the entire operation against Omsk is pushing down from the north. Yo, it's really bullshit how the French language works. I'll tell you why, because it doesn't work. Hold on. Perfect world. Jackboots echoed as they did every half hour through the street and downtown sky. It's a beautiful place. Neat, orderly, secure. No dissent in the streets. No protesters, no workers on the march. Not even people breaking curfew. Hold on a sec. Excuse me. No need to stop it. Although I will say Google Translate was very helpful when I was briefly dating an older Mexican woman last year. Anyway, not that much older. There was no dissent in the streets. Everyone had their place and kept it. No need to stop and harass people for their papers and identification. As far as the Shitomorovki on patrol knew, each and every subject of the empire on that street was carrying out their duty to God and Regent with well-honed diligence. According to the Ocarina, who surveyed the area regularly, the house in the middle of the street was home to the ideal Russian family. A man, a woman joined in holy matrimony, a beautiful daughter, a strong and pure son. The father worked at the capital small arms factory, producing machine gun barrels. The mother kept the home in order, as was her duty, while the daughter learned domestic arts, and the son trained with the Shitumarovi youth movement. Perfection in the flesh, surpassed only by the Tsarevich and his chosen servants. Of the son's slow, shivering death by pneumonia, nothing was noted. The daughter's disappearance after being caught by a patrol went unnoticed. The wife's body, slit wrists, no longer streaming arterial blood, rested within the stagnant crimson water in her bathtub. The father, who had been beaten, flogged, and shot for striking a supervisor, was merely one more decaying cadaver in a mass grave outside his workplace. Such was the psychic kavar of the blessed Regent's dreams. Pure, clean, efficient, perfect. Replaced towards absolute purity with absolute purity. Monthly population minus 7%, stability minus 2%, ideological drift plants plus 5%, and Russia is now pure. We have finally done it. Absolute purity. And yet the flag is dirty. What's up with that? Let's see. I define older as different generation. Let's not get into that. Oh, here we go. We got a super chat. It says, long live Tsar Vladimir III, true Tsar of all Russians. The final words of my speech to his exiled forces in New York City is I call for Russian intervention in Western Russia against the Regency. Well, thanks for the super chat, and Tabby, even though you were, there it is. Yeah, even though Tabby, you said that you're praising Vladimir III, I just have to say,
thanks for the snack, boys.
I'll tell you. So can you guys hear the tongue or not? Let's try it again.
Thanks for the snack, boys.
Yeah, it's right after she says "boy." You hear the. All right. But thank you very much for the super chat. Greatly, greatly appreciated. And yes, I will play that clip after every super chat. Get used to it! Super chats dropped to 0. They're just like, please, no. Okay, so some of you can hear it, yeah. It's because the scene that it happened in, it looks like she killed some people and then ate them, because there's no bodies, but there's a lot of blood. So, I'm guessing that's what's going on. Black market is available. It's not even working, though. It doesn't do anything for me. Let's consider our destiny. Slow the clock down. Okay. CHG, you should watch the 7-second long pro CD video. Why do animes girls eat like this? Oh yeah, where you could hear the when they bite down, right? Is that the one? Just a when they just gotta keep Foley artists in work or something, I guess. Shit, I've gotta get this guy back. Hold on. Alright. He said, "Hey, Texas T2, good to see you. How are you doing?" Base clock man, hell yeah. There you go. Well, it's clock waifu now. Based yandere clock waifu for a lot of people. Although I am breaking them of their yandere habits, this chat. One genocide act at a time. You're almost done with your deployment? That's fantastic. It's gonna be great coming home. Is it time to deal with the failures? Let's see here. We're getting pretty freaking close for our industrial equipment moving up. What was that jingle? Oh, somebody subscribed. Just called Anon. Okay. But see, that explains all the blood in the kitchen in my ex's house. Yeah. Well, there's gonna be a lot of carnage in my kitchen later. I'm defrosting a bunch of chicken. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we want to do here? Exploitive taxation. I don't like all that political power loss. State-controlled trade unions. I really don't think there's much down here that I want at all. This stuff all sucks. Oh no, industrial equipment society development will improve again. Okay, so once we break through, it gets better. Still, it's pretty bad. This stuff sucks. We're not going to do it. Now, how far are we from getting the professional army? Still a ways. I don't want to hurt this recruitable population factor, but we're still mobilizing right now anyway, so we're going to lose 35,000 as soon as we take it. It's going to help with organization and recovery rate, though. Let's do it. Do it for the LARP. You know what? You're probably right. Let's see, Texas T says, "I'll be most honest, the Navy is the most degenerate with Navy. My first class has 3 terabytes of it." Well, could be worse. I have a friend who, when he was in the Marines, he said a guy in his squad, had brought a terabyte of porn with him to Afghanistan. 10 bravification. Oh, your family's doing, your father's doing well? Okay, that's good. That's good to hear, 10 bray. Ewan says, if God forbid war breaks out, I have $200. We're going to put anime girls on the side of bombers like our grandfathers did with pinups. Well, yeah, because what are you going to pin up now? You see, because pinups are classy. And you can have classy anime girls. And plus, there's Girls und Panzer. Too easy. So, freaking, yeah. What women these days? Like, no offense to women, in like, it's, you know, it's their bodies. They can do whatever they want. But what are people gonna put up a pin up of fucking a Kardashian or something? It's trashy. You need something classy. All right. Purity and soul. I actually think I did see a picture that somebody in the UK, it was like it was a UK tank that somebody did, I think, put a drawing of Darjeeling on their tank. We're not allowed pinups, only patches. Yeah, there you go. Excuse me. I wonder if there's any tank commander, tank leaders out there. They could try to be subtle with the Girls und Panzer reference. They just put like the goosefish or something. Try to be sneaky about it. It's like, why do you have I'm trying to remember what all the ones were. So you had like the hippo. It's like, why is there a cartoon drawing of a hippo on your tank, Sergeant? Because hippos are strong, as he's like, trying to cover up his phone screen so people don't see the Erwin Rommel girl from Girls in Panzer as his screensaver. It's like just hippos are strong, so we thought we'd paint a hippo on our tank. It's definitely not anime. What's an anime, Sergeant? Nothing. It's nothing. Hello there, Dungeon Master. Yeah, we could take this tile. Oh man, slowly but surely we keep advancing, but fuck, it's more slow than it's sure. And I'm starting to think we're not going to rescue this division. Data military people, they're just as degenerate as the rest of us. Oh, I would say the military is far more degenerate than your average person. Easily. I would know. Like, you know, when you're selling your body to a government, you're like, yeah, take my body, do what you want with it. Like, you got some kinkiness going on already. That's what that means, right? Okay, we keep doing some more regional development. Very nice. And we can keep improving the army professionalism. Oh, we have yet another super chat. Thank you very much. Somebody says, they do. Buddy of mine is a tanker. He has the duck goose. Well, I've got to head home to work. I'll catch the video when I get home. Well, thank you very much, Ewan Somerville. And let's play the clip.
Thanks for the snack, boys.
Oh, the alert went right over it. Let's try again.
Thanks for the snack, boys.
Yeah, it's very quiet, though. But it's crucial. It's crucial to the scene. Bomber Monkey says, thanks, I hate it. Give it 10 years and the sergeants will be the weebs. Oh, it already is. It is, man. I had a sergeant, he was only, he was right at the end of, nice, we decreased the, wait, this is very good, we decreased the poverty rate. You see, you can't be poor when you're dead. So that's awesome. Very, very good. Yeah, Texas T, exactly. You know, people are like, oh, the military's weird. Look at this weird shit they do. It's like, you gotta do it. Because you go crazy otherwise. You need distractions. But yeah, I remember I had a sergeant who, I think I've told this story before. But people were, I think the subject of cosplay had come up, and I would be lying if I would say I'd never been with a woman who was not in cosplay, or who wasn't, no, I said that sentence wrong. I would be lying if I said I had never been with a woman while she was wearing cosplay. But I remember it just came up that this one guy, he was super into, one of my sergeants, he was really into Naruto, and he once said, yeah, I once fucked a bitch while she was wearing an Akatsuki robe, you know, and it's just, what? And like a lot of us are like, are you serious? It's like, that's such a specific thing. And like an Akatsuki robe from Naruto Shippuden. And then nobody even asked, but he whipped out his phone and showed the proof. He's like, yeah, look at this, Conquering History Games. And there was the picture of the girl wearing the robe and nothing else. It's just, whoa, Sergeant. Yeah, it's, all right. That was, and she had the hat, too. That was the other thing. She was wearing the hat. It's like, I didn't ask you to show me this, Sergeant. I believed you. Being stuck on a metal box for 6 to 9 months with the same people and bullshit could be very taxing. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. You can't get away from them. The closest I remember, sometimes I remember I was just like fucking fed up with my squad, and like to get away, I just remember at one point just walked to the other side of the Humvee. I was just like, I'm gonna be at the front. Just leave me alone. Sometimes the ocean is a tempting thing to jump into. Oh yeah. So how does that work? Because I've heard that you do sometimes get swim breaks in the ocean, like everybody, you know, you guys could rotate in. So how does that work? Like, I would imagine that that's for morale, that you know you actually could get to jump in the ocean and cool off for a minute. But like, what is that like? How often is that done? Is it like every couple of months when you? use traps for pinups. Let's see here. How close is the professionalism? We're at 8 now. Mikhail Matkovsky says, this chat has become a well of military degeneracy. Do Batgirl pinups? Oh yeah, probably people would do like Black Widow and stuff. I wanted to wait on this loyalty in mind. So this is going to worsen it or this is going to make it better. So which do we do? Let's do no law but the regents. There's no international law. The concept was created by the Jews and their minions to protect their evil race from the righteous cleansing they deserve. Lesser claimants to rulership might be swayed by the honeyed lies of Cain's kindred, but the regent understands that the only valid law is God's. There are no boundaries created by man that cannot be crossed in service of Holy Russia. The protests of the feeble and the heathen will no longer be heeded. Chemical weapons are God's gift to the armies of Christendom, and no less central to our doctrine than guns, planes, and tanks. Once again, they will have their rightful place as standard-issue weapons for the entire military. So we're going to have no supervision, and it helps with division attack. And support, so we'll mobilize faster. That's cool. Dungeon Master, you're from Russia. You know, I just realized I haven't been playing a lot of audio drops. I found some new fun ones here. So, hold on. I actually am starting to make a document with someone. So, yeah, I forgot to have one. I was going to have one ready for the letter that Yazov was sent from Taboritsky saying that war was going to be declared. Here it is.
How about you and I engage in a little bit of spirited competition?
Oh, can't really hear it. Hold on.
How about you and I engage in a little bit of spirited competition?
All right. So degeneracy as far as the eye can see. Well, thank you very much, Tenbray, and don't forget. I've got so many monitors open. Yeah, and don't forget.
Thanks for the snack, boys.
Of course, that's a gender-neutral usage of the phrase "boys." I know that not everybody in the chat's a boy. You know, the ones that are super chatting. Let's see. I had more fun kind though. Oh yeah, you know, Yazov though. I'm usually not into the shorter hair, but I think most people would say that Yazov looks kind of cute with the short hair. But according to Tabby.
Well, I happen to think you would be a lot cuter with your pretty little head mounted on my wall. Stop kill.
Oh yes. Let's go back to this now. God. Yep, that's it. He's dead. The one out here is dead. Boom. Shoot, there goes the thing in the north. But the southern front's going kind of well. But like you say, kill me. Oh, man. Okay, see, here's what we do. We attack from this one first, so then we don't get the river penalty, and then we do that. That's the trick, you see? If you're impressed, Yazov held it together. Yeah, I don't know. Yazov's been doing better lately. Maybe they patched him so he doesn't break apart so easily. Cool, more military factories. We just cannot hold to our anti-tank and artillery at all. Cybrid says, ironic, the Tabby playthrough has the most degenerate path. It's a way of expressing your independence or something. I guess. I don't know. Come on! You've taken out 2 of my divisions, that's it. And you've lost over 200,000 men. And you have no reserves, unlike me. Come on, Yazov.
Is this really the best you can do? I have to say I'm unimpressed. You can call forth an angel and command flame. Surely you can beat below me, can't you? Oh well, guess not. Why don't you...
Yeah. How many divisions does Yazov have? Yazov has more than me. So Yazov will probably start deleting them eventually. I think it's already happened with a few of them. But I think that they're under-equipped is the issue, because I just push through them mostly pretty easily. But then they push me back also, so it's not perfect. All right, take care, Texas T. Hope the rest of it goes well. You're in the home stretch, buddy. Don't kill anybody. Don't trip over the finish line. Meaning, don't kill your comrades. You know, don't kill a fellow sailor just because he's pissing you off and annoying you. Because then you go to prison, and then it's like deployment, except you're alone, sort of. So Taborite is basically super chemical weapons, is what you're saying, Kipsu? No law but the regents. Alright, how bad is it? Oh, we only lost like 1 point on the RV professionalism. That's fine. Let's see here. The death of Antonio de Olivier Salazar. Goodbye, Butterfly and the Hair Lady. So this will help with attack and defense on core territory. We don't need to do that. What's this? Through the fog. Our enemies are far better at concealing themselves from the raging spurs and gaze than the common folk are, but nothing can hide them forever. God has granted man many gifts that allow him to share in his omniscience. Sonar, radar, and encryption, just to name a few. Oh. Any cursed events so far? CHG asks Void. I don't know. How about chat? You answer that question for him. Have there been any cursed events so far? And if so, what were they? Come on, break them here. Nice, tiny little encirclement here. Very tiny, very, very tiny. Push them back, hold them off, hold them off. No, it's not going to happen. Fuck. Multiple times. That was a good recovery, Tenbray. Because you were saying, we saw a family get shot. I thought, oh, Tenbray, you got to be more specific. We've seen a lot of families get shot. Oh, we can consider our destiny again. Good. Definitely want to do that. Alright, we got to kill this division here quick while it's still encircled. Let's keep working on our land doctrine, recovery rate, and such. At least the factories are coming in fast. Nope, 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 not that. Gotta fend off this attack, and then we can push to the north. There! Yes. Very nice. Okay. I think, God, we're already an hour, 20 minutes into the stream. I'm wondering if we're even going to be able to finish this war before I want to wrap it up today. Both nations on the map are black. It's kind of confusing. It is a little confusing, especially with, my lines here. I'm going to be right back, guys. I got to get some water. Oh, thirsty. Alright, I'm back. Didn't have to fill the kettle. And I was checking on my defrosting chicken. How's the casualty count? They did lose that division. They haven't replaced it. Not that they're able to. They now have less fielded manpower than I do. I'm a little tempted to just do a big push. Here's what we're going to do instead. Let's set up a second army here. Under the pirate lady. Just for funsies. And we're going to put her here on this southern front. Just so I can kind of compress things a bit. It'll just make things a little smoother, I think. But I really am tempted to just go, you know, everybody attack! Just to eat up some of their population, but we gotta hold off on it. Oh, we've actually stopped mobilizing now. Oh, it's because we're not doing the military spending. So as soon as I do that, yep, we start mobilizing again. Wonderful. Let's also do some civilian spending. Great. Okay. Okay. Oh, everybody's talking about how when everybody's fleeing for refuge into Nazi Germany, you might be kind of bad. Yeah. Yep. Got that right. Okay, we're having a little trouble here. Let's go on the offensive on this front, just to kind of help clean things up. Oh, journal entry time! Journal entry time! Okay, where do I have the 1 hour thing? Go!
Thou art spent with foolish labor, both thou and this people that is with thee. The business is above thy strength. Thou alone canst not bear it. Exodus 18:18. Can the working man ever truly be liberated from Bolshevism? Oh, I just realized it's International Workers' Day, May 1st, 1968. I've got a message for the workers. Can the working man ever be truly liberated from Bolshevism? It seems that there's something about his nature that makes him inherently vulnerable to its charms. Even in the so-called social democratic system, he always agitates for more. More money, more free time, more benefits. He's never satisfied so long as he possesses a democratic voice. There are two solutions to this problem of the working man's greed. The first is to place him in charge of the state, to accept Bolshevik rule. Obviously, this is preposterous, not to mention utterly unthinkable to any good Russian. The second is to do precisely the opposite of what he desires, to crush his autonomy, to diminish his wages, to take away his rights. This second solution would appear counterintuitive at first, but has enjoyed great success in Germany. Why is this? I suspect it's because the working man has rebellion in his blood. Perhaps this is a trait inherited from peasant ancestry. That would explain why rebellions in recent centuries have usually emerged from below rather than from the nobility. Regardless, it is clear that to truly liberate the working man's spirit, he must be broken and forced to bow to his betters. If he cannot see any means of ascending beyond his appointed station, his ambition will be curtailed. Applied on a grand scale, perhaps submissiveness can be bred back into the lower classes, so that the Bolsheviks might never again find an audience amongst the commoners. Would Christ approve of eugenics? Oh well.
That's it. All right, back to the war. these guys are getting a position up here. Can we maybe do an attack like this? Get 2 different directions? Yes. Okay. Bomber Monkey, okay there? Did you pass out on your keyboard? Yeah, I'm sure they're running out of equipment. That's the bigger problem they're facing at the moment. So if we look here, look at that. Yeah, they got nothing going on. Enemy air superiority. They've got a entrenchment, whatever. Netflix and kill. That's a good one. Time to expand on the arsenal. This is going to hurt our recovery rate. Piercing the veil. There's no beam to shoot at. It doesn't have a gun. It's not a gun, dumbass. It emits radar. It sends a signal when the radar beams hit something. Then you can send planes up to shoot it down. A small mind is a tidy mind. Let's keep an eye out for Jews or whoever. They probably want this thing if it's so important. Silly, silly stuff. What's this? We're missing some equipment production, apparently. Oh, the fighters. Long live them. Okay, I think we can stop the forced offensives here. Although, oh goodness, we've only got 3 tiles stopping us from encircling 3 divisions of theirs. That'd be about 10% of their army. Geez, some of you people are so degenerate. I wonder if you ever were in bed with a woman or a man, and then you know what's the moment of truth if you actually do scream out, "Gonna coom!" Petition CHG to bring back the Trudeau fanfic. I already finished it though. I finished it in the Wallace campaign. It's done. Oh man, they're about to leave Nazini Taglig open, or Tagil open. Let's see here. Okay, still working on getting that those up. Let's do the transport Heelys. Let's get researching some of these better ones in the meantime. We're gonna have to split it. Let's see Iberia. I think Iberia is still fine. Yeah, it's under Franco. The cornerstone of stability. You know, Darjeeling here hasn't quite made her move yet on the Republic of Scotland with this. I don't know what character this is, but what a great head of hair for a lion or something. They're sabotaging buildings, little bastards. Maybe I should have been researching military police. Makes sense, really. There it is. They left it open. Oh, fuck. But now this is open, I think. Yeah. Get them coming, get them going. That's how you do it, boys and girls. Who the heck is NF? Blaming the NF for our problems. Maybe the National Front? Or, I don't know. Yeah, the fascists. It's probably National Front. Okay, we've got a little bit of an encirclement here, except there's nobody in it. We've encircled air. Yeah, they're starting to be able, I think it's just because the AI is stupid, but they seem to be having trouble actually covering the whole front line right now. They're down to 30 divisions. What's their recruitable manpower at? It's still at 0, yeah. And that's it. We're about to do it. We're about to get the encirclement here in the south. Very nice. It's more than 3 here, and we just picked up the arms plant. So there it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of their divisions. That's more than twice I thought what I was going to encircle. Beautiful. great. Just had to, you know, play that long game. For as far as, you know, what was going on in the south here. Well, and yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 divisions, actually. Great. Great, great, great. Very happy to see this. The attrition is already working on them. Circled 1 division here. It's a game of inches. Yeah, look how fast we're starting to slice through them. Can we get green? Look, 1 division attacking 2, we're getting the green bubbles. They must be out of equipment. That's the real problem they're having. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. There we go. We've seized the Ural Automotive Plant. Awesome. It's getting better all the time. Better, better. Let's see here. Oh, Yazov, you really thought that you could compete with me. You really thought you could.
Try and change the world. Doesn't matter how crowded this world may get. The only one around who can interfere with time is me. And don't you forget it.
Alright, conservative victory in Canada. Oh, shit. John Deffenbaker has led the Progressive Conservative Party to victory. What a name. The Progressive Conservatives. We have 0 men. Now, we're fine. We're A-okay, everybody. Don't even worry about it. Take a chill pill, yeah? Wait, no, not that pill. That's the cyanide pill. Take the chill pill. Be based and chill pilled, as the kids say. Am I using it right? Based and chill pilled, right? Right? I think I used that. I said it right. Yeah. The thighs in that news clipping. I didn't notice. I was too distracted by progressive conservatism as apparently a political ideology. Omsk is giving me trouble because they're the saviors of Russia. Oh, really?
Uh-oh, I think I'm being rather underestimated right now. I mean, if you think about it, what better time is there, right?
Get it?
Can't be
Time.
expected to let an opportunity like this slip away. Just because I'm a curious kind of girl. What exactly would you be doing with me, Bet, if I agreed? No.
Alright. I keep thinking this damn river is the border. Those were glorious ties, holy fuck. Well, somebody timestamp it after this video is done being live. The thighs. Appreciate it, I really will. Yeah, they're just totally crumbling now. There's basically nothing stopping me from going to Omsk. But we got to be careful. We don't accelerate too fast. We're not accelerationists here. I love the Burgundy campaign. Oh, thank you very much, Mingy. It seemed that it was a divisive one. Become based, increase your pH levels. Yes, yes. Very good. Alright, so we've killed all those divisions that were there. So there was 8 of them, it turned out. Just like that, there are 360,000 dead. They're trying to get me to run for Omsk, and I'm gonna do it. We're doing it, that's it, right now, in the south. Everybody push. Yeah, they're retreating on all fronts. Okay, go. Go, 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 go. Go means go! My people are just standing here. Come on. Let's see. I'm on a clock, though. You know what? We need to get another set of helicopters queued up. 152, no, 20 days until we can start making air assault units. I was getting ready mentally to have to use them to break Omsk, but clearly we do not need to. Black market's available, yeah, whatever. Yeah, Zolv on suicide watch right now. Yep, we just took Omsk. That's definitely their main source of manpower. They're nice and screwed now. They're already down to 16 divisions, and, you know, I know I'm attacking everywhere, but that's mostly, I'm sure that it's mostly them deleting divisions to try to get stuff back. But we're gonna be just fine. Clouds on the horizon. Breathless. He stumbled across the battlefield. A thick gray-green fog obscured the world around him. He could only see maybe a foot ahead, so thick was the cloud. Every deep, wheezing breath drawn in through his gas mask. You know what? Hold on. Shut this off. Let's listen to the waltz while we do this. Somebody stumbled out of the gas cloud and collided with him from his left, sending them both into the mud. The stranger grasped blindly as he fell, catching the tip of Oleg's mask and pulling it free. His fellow soldier hauled himself upright and pressed on without stopping, every footstep accompanied with the sucking of mud under his boots. Only Oleg was choking. Excuse me. The gas pressed in from all sides. His lungs burned from even the little he had inhaled before holding his breath, and his eyes were stinging and watery. Oleg kept dragging himself forwards, the mud and rainwater soaking through his fatigues. Every movement became harder as the gas pumps continued to operate, making the cloud ever thicker. Oleg is still back there, Sergeant! I can see him moving! Do not help that man! Roared the NCO. Do not help him! This is a trial you all face alone! Oleg couldn't hold his breath anymore and reflexively gasped for air, instantly drawing in a lungful of foul, acrid chlorine gas. It burned like fire in his throat. His lungs tried in vain to exhale it to find some fresh air, but there was nothing around him save for billowing gas, choking the life out of the unfortunate private. Even training has casualties. The clock strikes once. Army experience +5. Alright, well, we gotta keep slowing it down. We're in the 6th hour, people! Well, that was chlorine gas. Maybe they only saved the seriously bad shit for the, for actual war. Hold on. Journal entry time!
He revealeth deep. Okay, journal entry, 26th of June, 1968. Oh, good lord, what is happening over there? Sorry, headphone users. Okay, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So I just found, like, I was looking for the portrait music, and, okay, speaking of Taboritsky's Fat Clouds, you're gonna see some shit. So this is what I'm talking about when I was saying, like, because I keep using the jazz theme. When I looked it up, the song's called Portrait, by the way. I looked it up, and then I saw that there was a 1-hour version. So I thought, okay, let me just use the 1-hour version, so that way I just have to click pause or play every time instead of having to reset the video or have to worry about it auto-playing when the video's done. But I never saw the video before I pulled it up. So I didn't know that there was going to be these rotating pictures. So let me show you guys some of the stuff that's going on over here. Hold on. This is why I just went, good lord! Tabby's Fat Clouds, localized entirely on your monitor. That sounds like a fetish. It's probably a reference to boobs or ass, but oh my god, it could be somebody with a farting fetish. God help us all. Yeah, so this is what this is what was just popped up in the other monitor, and this is just one example of it. That's why I say, you know, I'm reading the journal entry, and then I look over and I see this, and that's why I'm just, whoa! So anyway, let's see. Let's head back now to the to the reading of it, okay? Just so you guys can get an idea of what's going on with here. What I'm having to deal with while reading this. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
So, yeah, and it's just like rotating through different pictures. So anyway.
Months have passed since the rebirth of the Empire, yet still the blessed Tsarevich remains hidden. The doubters, those forked-tongued deceivers, have grown in number. They think now to betray me. They think that I am ignorant. Good lord. Look up the video yourself, guys. I'm not going to pull up more, but it keeps going. They think now to betray me. They think that I'm ignorant of what happens in the dark corners of taverns, in their homes, in the deep woods. Confronted with their misdeeds, they say, "Your Eminence, you are mistaken. We are all of us loyal and pious men. Your word is law, and we shall not disobey." It saddens me deeply to see men I once thought honorable and trustworthy led astray. Even in victory, one feels defeated. How am I to carry out my task when even those sent to aid me are seduced by the Prince of Lies? Is this, too, some manner of test? Am I? Yes! Damnation, but I have been a blind fool. How could I have ever thought otherwise? The Lord tests us constantly, does he not? Is that not his right as creator of all? Do we, sinful and weak-spirited mortals, deserve anything less than constant scrutiny? Of course not. God watches us, always judging, always testing our faith. Perhaps this is a sign, one that I've been too blind to see, but no longer. I will ensure there is nothing beyond my sight, nothing beyond my knowledge. There is no better example to follow than God's, and I too will judge.
Back to the game now. I just see Guzman. Kill me now! Is the video monetized? I don't think so. I don't see any ads in the middle of it, so the person probably already just gave up. Yeah, I'm getting demonetized, whatever. What is going on with the Army professionalism? We still got a few months to go. Now, it's not all pornographic in the other screen, I will say. Some of it, she does look cute. Modern economics are utterly farcical. Oh, I thought I paused it. My bad. There we go. Modern economics are utterly farcical. What use have God for people... his people for nebulous, flawed, and purely man-made terminology? Why should we even pay attention to the words of money-obsessed men in a profession infested with Jews? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Infested with Jews. The region is possessed of the Lord's sacred wisdom and knows all the world's truths. There are no flaws or errors in our economic programs or policies. Everything has been perfectly calculated with the aid of divine revelation. All that lesser men need to know is this: the economic affairs of the empire are the exclusive domain of the region and his chosen few. Anybody else who attempts to involve themselves is nothing more than judo-bolshevistic agitators and will be dealt with appropriately. Okay. Alright, we can finally start our air assault units. Except it says cavalry template. What? It was supposed to make an air assault template. This is bullshit, man. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We've got plenty of professional, experience. We can make a new thing, but that's fucking annoying. Alright, let's get that going, and, well, hold on. We need to figure out... Okay. Let's duplicate this. We want... Not the armored. Infantry. Here we go. Air assault! Air assault! Oops. No. Air assault. Air assault. Air assault. We got the engineers in here, and I thought air assault had its own, like, reconnaissance thing. I guess not. So there we have it. So this requires transport helicopters specifically. Okay. So clearly that was a bug or something, or maybe they didn't expect people to be doing that. I could have sworn that you needed scout helis in there too, though. Let's get researching them just in case. You gotta research scout helis. Oh, okay, well, then that worked out. I just started that. Helicopter horses. That's the 7th Cav. Yeah, great conspiracy has happened in Japan. Let's see if we end up getting the gamer. Black Sun Gamer Japan. Is it gonna happen? Stay tuned and find out. What are you doing? You need to be going forward. Oh, they've got radar. Isn't that cute? So they can see the Air Force they can't stop coming. Cavalry recon could be paradropped. Nice. Well, you know, you'd be surprised what you can do with air assault, like in real life these days. You know, you can pick up the gun. You can drop the guns behind enemy lines with the air assault, with an air assault unit. Courage returning expatriates. Yes! Yes! Absolutely. Alright. Well, we're gonna make these air assault divisions. For sure. And you might say, Conquering History Games, why are you making air assault divisions when you clearly are gonna win anyway?
Little sleeping face. What indeed, am I right? A good question, but it won't be answered today. What do you say?
Damn, that voice actress is on point, though. Just saying. Did you know the first Matrix was designed to be a perfect world? You could say it was finger licking good. What? What is happening? CHG, to be real with you, I don't think those expats want to come back. Of course they do! They're blinded by simpery! You know, they're just like, oh, and the voice and the the Taboritsky. Gas me, mommy. And then they actually get gassed and they go, no, I'm actually not into this after all. I just was pretending to be kinky on the internet. That is it. They would find peace in death. Oh, and then you know, Taboritsky finds Yazov's body. Finds Yazov's body on the ground. He gassed himself on the way out, but you know how Taboritsky is. Thinks that Yazov's just sleeping.
My goodness, big boys like you should watch where they sleep. Dear Shido. Who knew you had such a cute little sleeping face?
Alright. See, when they suffer from sleep paralysis, it's just Taboritsky literally on them. Yeah, let's see. First we beat the Aryan Brotherhood, and now the ultranationalist nightmare state of Omsk. He must be one swell girl to defeat bad guy autocrat so much. Yep. Bomber Monkey is having a bad time, it would seem. Real bad time. Alright, and then there's the Kazakh National Republic down there. Of course, I can't forget about Orenburg. No rush, though. Actually, let's just kill them. Also, integrate everything so we can have manpower, please! Launch the military intervention, and nobody's here to stop me. Any regional developments we could do? No, not right now. Alright, we got the black budget here. So the main thing that I'm waiting for right now is for our army professionalism to finish up. So we've got 31 to go. So divided by 3, that's our, not by 3, by, so 31 divided by 8, it's going to be 3 and change. So before the end of the year, we'll be ready. And we're still ahead of time of what it would have taken to go to war regularly. Let's see. Roman downed the pencil and rubbed his eyes. Night had fallen, and the the feeble candlelight by which he worked was almost gone. It didn't make sense at all, these things the regent was asking of the Imperial Treasury. They weren't possible, yet his superiors wanted him to make them happen anyway? He told them repeatedly, shouted until he was blue in the face, only to be told, Roman Semyovich, you are young, and youth is always filled with errors born of short-sightedness. Go home and think on this again. Short-sightedness? What was short-sighted about pointing out that the Empire just didn't have the money the regent claimed it did? If they just kept on pretending that nothing was wrong, the whole thing would collapse in, what, 10 years? 12? Probably less, maybe 7 or 8. If Regent Taboritsky was as miserly and austere as possible, where was the common sense in his economics? What could she possibly hope to achieve with these fraudulent policies? A knock came at Roman's door, and he rose. As soon as he turned the knob, it was kicked open, knocking him over. In strode his boss, Pyotr. That's probably not the same Pyotr we already killed. You're... And a soldier of the Shtumerovki, AK pointed squarely at Roman's chest. Roman Sonyevich, said Pyotr, have you done away with those alleged inconsistencies yet? No, but then you're fired, said Pyotr, turning away and heading for the door. Clearly, you don't have a head for accounting. The soldier squeezed off a single shot from his rifle, permanently correcting the accountant's mistake. What's money? What's money anyway?
Didn't I tell you already? You're mine now, no matter what you try. So I guess...
Alright, what's money anyway? Time for the absolute truth. The clock will strike once. Uh-oh. I don't know about that. Is it time to tear down the failures? How's the industrial expertise? Industrial expertise, we're even closer to finishing up. You know what? Let's just do this absolute truth. Sucks, but we gotta do it. Foreigners, mostly Jewish and Messianic puppets, we suspect, frequently wonder aloud how our economy can ever be sustainable. How, without embracing trade with the perfidious subhumans of the world, are we to endure? The answer is obvious to all but the most truly stupid people. Gold. Gold is all humanity has ever needed to form the bedrock of an economy. It has been that way for thousands of years, and it is ordained by God. Furthermore, we have plenty of it. There are massive vaults far from the clammy grasp of avarice Jews that are filled to bursting with gold and other valuables. This is all we need and all we shall ever need. How else can one possibly explain our productivity? So we'll have the absolute truth, which helps resource gain, fixes consumer good factories, lowers our stability, and more resources go to market. The clock strikes once. Okay, we finally got better industrial expertise. Excellent. That's a lot of good industry bonuses we just got there, which we really need because it's going to, even still, it's going to take us 227 days and 278 days, respectively, to pick back up our anti-tank and howitzer deficits. All right. So aren't we supposed to be making... Shouldn't we be making transport helicopters? Or no, we're still trying to find them here. All right. All right. So we've got a little bit of, we're having some resistance issues. They're being annoying down here in the Euro League. Y'all need to stop that now. Yo, when it's all cord, it's not going to matter. Get more oil and such. We must have so much oil and things. Trade. The only thing we're importing right now is rubber. Take Orenburg. We're doing it. 54 days, bro. Come on, hold on. There's no iPhones yet for gold to be useful. So are we saying that iPhones are useful now? Is that what we're saying? Alright. Factories of Sydney. Oh, I guess help building up foreign policy or whatever. Yep, brothers in arms. Why isn't he doing the civil rights bill yet? What's he waiting for? Because he doesn't maybe doesn't want to alienate people. The King riots have started. Oh, at least it's just American malaise instead of despair, though. How's the clock? I think we're at 7 now. No, we're actually on the 6th hour. No, we're going to be at 7 in a minute. The clock will strike once. Okay. What decisions do we have available? Oh, we could do the Russian reunification, but once I do that, don't we get a new tree? Or not? I always forget this shit. Let's at least finish this, and then we'll try to unify. But I want to do some of these things, you know? Non-blessed RFK, yeah. Just another cog in the wheel, RFK. Hold on a second here. Let's do a save, and also the kettle should be hot now. I'm going to go pour my tea. Oh, what's going on? You do get a new tree, yeah, so we'll wait. We'll wait. Okay. Gonna be right back, though. I'm gonna get my tea, and then we're gonna
read the new journal entry.
So I'll just be right back. Oh, gotta stretch, too. Ooh, man. So tight. Oh. Okay. Should have elected Lyndon Based Johnson. What do you mean, oh no, another journal entry? You must have had a typo. You meant to say, oh yes, another journal entry. Alright, let's read it. But we gotta get that music queued up, of course.
Journal entry, August 16th, 1968. Treat not a man without religion concerning holiness, nor with an unjust man concerning justice, nor with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous, nor with a coward concerning war, nor with a merchant about traffic, nor with a buyer of selling, nor with an envious man of giving thanks. Sirach, chapter 37, verse 12. The allure of freedom is a most wicked and insidious thing. My own people, the pure race, see the degeneracy and profligacy of the West and think it virtuous. They look at bourgeois Americans and see a liberated and prosperous people. How can they be so blind? How can they fail to see the golden strings upon which the elders of Zion make them dance? And then they talk of social mobility, the very thing which sparked the downfall of the empire. Was it not with promises of rising to power that the Bolsheviks seduced the workers? Was it not to the nascent middle class that the backstabber Kerensky appealed? Everyone has their place. It has been that way for thousands of years, long before Russia ever united. The Jews' constant attempts to break down the fabric of society, to force the lambs to lie down with the lions, has always been their primary means of undermining civilization. Am I the only man in all creation who understands that? Even the Germans, virtuous as they are, have the order of their nation in disarray. Where is their Kaiser, their nobility? Gone, in favor of a class of bureaucrats and party men. I will not allow this fate to befall Holy Russia. Peasants, warriors, nobles, the monarch. That is the correct structure of any pure nation. If it works, why change it?
Let's see here. What is Bomber Monkey saying now? He's spelling something in the chat. We say save Russia.
Save it from what, Bomber Monkey, you little pig?
Hold on. We're gonna do now the tear down their failures. Yeah, we already upgraded the equipment, right? No, equipment's about to be upgraded. We need like the end. We need to get to the end of the month, so we might just wait for that then. Let's see here. What decisions do we have available? So we're gonna wait on the reunification. The reunification of Russia. We could just wait a few days. Wait, I could just take this now because it's not going to happen until afterward. The clock will speed up. So we'll have to be careful. Formation of the sock in turn. The return of the Reds. Return of the Reds. Return of the Reds. You know I'm back. Return of the... Oh, my Lord. Okay, we're now officially in the 7th hour. And we're also still waiting on the Orenburg thing. You know what? Let's get everybody over here. We don't need to worry about that border with the Grand Principality of Central Serbia. You got different people trying to save things and they're mushing together. Tabby trained for life. POV, a Yandere kidnaps you and goes on an anti-Semitic tirade. I saw this. I remember once I heard it. You guys know Vukaru? You know that audio thing with the it's like you can find audios from Vukaru. Like you record something and I think it eventually expires, but you can save it to be permanent or whatever. But anyway, I remember somebody once posted a Vukaru. I don't know how. What the context was. Oh, yes, consider our destiny. Yes. But they posted a Vukaru, and it was like, I think the idea of the whole, you kidnap kids by saying, I got some candy in the van, and of course kids are taught very early, like, hey, maybe don't fall for that. Another journal entry. Okay, but let me tell the Vukaru story first. But it was a Vukaru somebody did, and they were making like a little girl voice. It's like, here's how you get an adult man. It's like, hey there, mister. Hey, I have some goodies for you here in the van. This is like how she's gonna end up helping kidnap you. Yeah, mister, just come right this way. It's full of classic rock CDs. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. There's Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. I think there's maybe even some Who vinyls. Yeah, that's it. Just right around here, sir. Yeah, there's a bunch of beer, too. Just go on and get in. Okay. And then you just hear the sound of, like, I guess the van doors shutting closed. And then you hear, he's in! Drive! And it was just so out of nowhere and weird. I was fucking in hysterics. Why does your girl voice sound like Jordan Peterson? Who's Jordan Peterson? But anyway, journal entry, you know what that means.
The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. As a man of war shall he stir up zeal. He shall shout and cry. He shall prevail against his enemies. Isaiah 42:13. Truly the war against Russia's foes is one without end. How long have we fought against the people who plague us? 1,000 years? 2,000? Before the Russians came to the true faith and founded Kievan Rus Did we wage war unending upon the people of the steppes, the Udmurts, the Komi, and the Finns?
Okay, Mikhail, the joke's run its course. I'm going to time you out if you don't stop.
We must have. War is the means by which the strong thrive and proliferate further. The Russians are not mere survivors. We are conquerors, champions, paragons of civilization. It is for that purpose that we have no need of sly trickery, the likes of which Jews employ. We have never had to win a war by turning one foe against another. Not once has Russia been defeated by conventional means. The Germans faced only our red doppelganger, and we would have crushed the Japanese in 1905 if Anglo-Jewish interests had not subverted our glorious navy. We can't let it happen again. We came so close to total destruction during the Civil War. If God had not favored me, I never would have survived the accursed Republic's intrigues alone. We need to be stronger, much stronger. We have to match the Germans at the very least, but even that may not be enough. Jewish subterfuge grows more complex by the day. They have plans within plans, schemes within layer upon layer of contingencies and threats. If we waver in our duty, the red tide will rise again at the bidding of Zion's elders to destroy all we hold dear once more. Blessed are the war makers.
Shit. Sorry, having a little trouble with the pop filter on the mic. There we go. Alright, back to the regular music. So we got some more units ready to deploy here, but I think we need to set up these first. In fact, get rid of those. Okay, so what are we short on? We need more transport helicopters. Are we not building those already? Well, these are like early helicopters, so these might technically be different. Can we not use them in that way? Use them? Nope, it's got to specifically be transport helicopters. Well, that's bullshit. And... okay, the clock works. Yeah, we are in the 8th hour! We're still 26 days away from war. Okay. Good night, Rodina. What is this? There's a super event, Aquilian Revolution. If you win the revolution, you get the super event with Battle Cry of Freedom. Yeah. Mr. Sexican says, will we be covering tsunderes in a later lecture, Professor CHG? Well, tsunderes are much more simple to go over. I suppose I could do a short tsundere lecture at some point. Margaret Thatcher has been re-elected as the Prime Minister. The puppets snapped her strings, and she got her,
land expansion.
We can see here. Because I don't remember Darjeeling looking like that. That's all I'm saying. But if you're interested in Aquilia, the Aquilian Revolution, you should definitely check out my series where I've been playing the beta. It's so much better now. Like, it was cool before, but it's really awesome now. The beta's fantastic. Let's get those propaganda programs going, because we seem to be having trouble with the, oh no, what's happening? Get rid of that. We seem to be having trouble, dealing with some of this stuff. So, the beta campaign, well, I totally lost my train of thought. She got a motherfucking runway. Yeah, Margaret Thatcher. Oh my gosh. Yeah, how many euphemisms can we come up with for the newly re-elected Thatcher? I like Tenbray's one. Margaret Thatcher stuffed the ballots. Let's see here. So, confiscation economy. That's going to hurt our political power gain. We can do state-controlled unions. Sure. No world tour this playthrough. February whiskey's just going awooga wooga. Just keeping it simple. Thatcher's Britain, Airstrip 1. Serbia is going into isolation. Excuse me, Siberia. Another nation torn asunder by the Great Game. Staying out of it, huh? Wow, that's a cool looking portrait. Look at this lady. That's pretty cool. More social democrats dress this cool, you know. We live in a different world. The cliffs of Dover, says Mr. Sexican. Let's see if she turns around and joins the Nazis again, like she did in that other playthrough. Okay, cool. Got a bunch of factories and a lot, you know, actually not that much. The Iron Ladies. Like they're hard. It's like you go to pinch and it actually hurts you. And now that she has her new guns, it's time to attack Scotland. Let's see if Scotland can pull it off. They went with the armed forces. Was getting rid of your democracy worth it? Let's find out. Oh, probably not, because Wick has already fallen. The Iron Lady has iron but no milk. Maybe she could say the milk lady. Tomorrow together. Then let's go to the riches of the earth. The recent changes in management have been interesting times. The authoritarianism of the regent wasn't such a terrible thing if they could put more food on the table. Then the pay cuts came. They were hurt. The workers complained to the manager. He promised change, that their interests would be taken into consideration. The next day, things were indeed quite different. The two men who had organized them were gone, and there were 6 armed guards in the factory. The boss addressed them in the morning, informing them that there was now a fixed quota and that failing to meet it would have consequences. Anatoly disregarded the warning to work at his usual pace, humming all the while. At the end of the day, with only a third of his quota met, he was dragged outside, beaten, shot through the head by one of the guards, along with 2 men who had worked alongside him. The charge for them, of course, was failing to monitor a co-worker correctly. The next day, there were 3 fresh faces in Taboritsky brickworks, and nobody failed to meet their quota. Godly labor strengthens the soul. Our industrial expertise, societal development will begin to improve, and the clock slows down. Hey, so that's a good thing, right? Her Thatcher's economic package. Oh man. Let's see. Okay. So what have we got here? We got people saying the left and the right of politics never looked so enticing. Her Iron Ladies, the biggest navy, the coal mines, the heavy artillery. The lady's not for turning, because turning around with those babies takes you about 3 minutes. They're big bends. The Scots are her economic her package. The Falkland Islands, her stone hedges. God, you guys are relentless, and it's awesome. Goodness gracious. It also could work for a man. I know that Margaret Thatcher in the main game is a man, but you could also just switch it to refer to, you know, the gonads. Still works. The Falkland Islands, more like the Falkland Islands. Goodness. Oh, wow, we've been at war. When did that start? Okay. Well, looks like we've got our stuff almost on the way, and pretty soon we're gonna have the transport helis. We'll have 30 factories making them at a time. She doesn't need to snatch milk with those. She provides it. We're gonna be Margaret Thatcher, milk provider. Good tea, good tea. War is hell. It'll never end. 'Cause we gotta purify Russia. Orenburg fighting for their right to exist. I have the only right. Chat in a horny mood right now. A bit. Oh, shoot, I think I accidentally deleted your comment, February, but he was saying the chat's in a horny mood right now. I think I misclicked. I think I accidentally deleted it. Sorry. Gotta get that artillery up a bit, though. Her United Kingdoms. You need to unite her kingdom with your Big Ben or something. So, Rurik II will be next. Nice! We finally got the better army professionalism. So, we can now come over here and take loyalty in mind. The riches of the earth. Muhammad's world was one of pitch darkness, save for the feeble glow of lanterns spaced throughout the tunnels. His sense of time had rapidly eroded in the underground world he had been consigned to. There were no longer hours, days, and weeks in the mines under the Ural foothills, only work and sleep. There was no breakfast, lunch, and dinner, only scraps of bread snatched from a pile left in the quarters every morning, and sips of water from the cold stream that ran parallel to the mine shaft. There was no time for daily prayers, no comfort of a bed, no warmth of a fire. In the abyss of time in which he and the other slaves resided, there was only the banging of picks on the walls, the rattling of mine carts filled with coal being pushed uphill, and the coughing of men with lungs full of coal dust. The only mercy for those so afflicted was death, delivered by one of the masked guards when he could work no more. Muhammad endured for longer than most. He wrapped a rag around his face, hammered away at the coal seams, and continued to work despite the withering of his muscles and his fading sight. But eventually he too collapsed, coughing black phlegm and completely blind. When the blade of mercy slid across his jugular, his last thoughts were a prayer to Allah and gratitude that his suffering was finally at an end. The darkness becomes us. The GDP and national debt shall increase, and the clock slows down. Well, if they're both increasing, I think this is just net positive, right? Because the clock slowed down, and then we're going to slow it down some more. We're in the 8th hour, people. Getting a little close. Margaret Thatcher will crash the dairy industry. Okay, it's getting a little out of control. Hey, is that freaking Zelda in Norway? What the fuck? Her face is a little weird looking, but that's definitely Zelda. Probably they're trying to. They probably just changed it enough to avoid copyright. There'd be some explaining to do. Let's see, but who? I'm trying to look for someone around here with the huge milkers. You know, if we're going full blown crashing the dairy industry. Goodness gracious. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Yagoda's when we're entering crash the dairy industry zone. Minecraft with Taboritsky. Just like the simulations. Alright, so we'll get the army professionalism there. We got some bonuses here. I don't think I care about any of them. Yeah, so we're not going to do the rest of this, but we finally have got the transportation helis. Yeah, improved transport heli. And improved transport heli. Yes! Yes! Which one is this? The M1. That's the scout helicopter. Oh, shoot, that's the one that goes up. Okay, I kind of made a little mistake there. We could go ahead of time a little bit here, but I think no. Shigeru Miyamoto is going to revive from the dead and hand you a cease and desist himself for acknowledging the Zelda pick. Bum, ba-da, bum, bum, bum. So, how are we doing here? Short on the transport helicopters, but how many more of these can we make? Alright, that might be asking a bit much. Let's try to... Well, I don't know. 8 would be freaking amazing. Attack helis are better CAS. Okay, well, this isn't an air assault thing. England has defeated Scotland. Time for the reunification! DJ, spin that shit! What do you think? United Kingdom. Cute, isn't it? Rule Britannia. Oh shit, that reminds me of something I need to work on. Never mind. Okay, Captain Chernov tapped his pen idly for a minute, circled another name on the list of men in second platoon. Private Chudenko. Yes, he seems suspicious enough. Thick eyebrows, dark eyes, curly hair. Definitely something Semitic about him. Then there was the matter of Polnikov. Good sergeant, but an ex-Eurasianist. He claimed to have only followed Gumilov out of ignorance. But could a man of his age ever truly change? Chenov doubted it and circled his name too. An hour later, his Ukraine contact, Kamarov, finally arrived. Apologies, Chernov, he said as he entered. Terribly busy night. He lit up a Makhorka cigarette and sat himself on the side of the captain's desk. So, got enough names for me? Chernov noted there was blood under the officer's fingernails, but simply nodded and handed him the list of men. That's the lot, I think, he said, lighting up a smoke of his own. Always difficult with the men sourced from border towns. Too many mongrels out there, if you ask me. Of course, agreed Kamarov. Bolshevik cunts didn't even bother keeping an eye on the peasants, and you know what they're like. They'll fuck anything with 2 legs. Sometimes more, I hear. Yeah, the pair shared a chuckle before Kamarov stubbed out his cigarette and rose to his feet again. Anyway, I'd love to stay for a drink, Captain, but there's 5 other companies to review before the night's done. It's going to be a busy day tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll see what I can do about getting you some fresh meat. Chernov just nodded and smiled as the Ukraine officer strode from his office. Terrible business, these lists. But if that was the price to avoid another betrayal by the soldiery, the same sort of men who had abandoned him for Suslov all those years ago, they need happily pay it 1,000 times over. Do not weep for them, for their faith was not sufficient. The clock speeds up. I'm not liking this speeding up clock! Alright, we're not going to do any of these because I don't use any of this stuff. I think we might just... You know what? No, I want to go down and improve the industrial stuff. Equipment output if we can. Although exploitative taxation hurts. Hold on. We have medium taxation right now. We're going to lose so much political power gain off that. We're gonna, yeah, clock speeds up, poverty rate gets worse. You know what? I don't think it's worth it for the industrial equipment. We're just gonna move on. We're gonna go ahead and unite. So that means this episode is over. Thank you very much for joining me. I am Conquering History Games. So we're gonna go ahead and unify Russia right now, or maybe we'll do it at the start of the next episode. But we'll do in the next. The next stream could possibly end up being the last one. I just don't want to rush the clock too much. I want to be able to make it in time. And the good news is we've got plenty of air assault divisions coming up. Do it for the LARP. Yeah, you're probably right. I'll think about it and we'll do it next time. But I'm Conquering History Games. I'll see you all later. I might do some Nier later today, but Nier Automata later today. No promises. It's gonna depend on how a lot of my afternoon's going. So, and also I'm not gonna upload them right now, but a little bit later, like hopefully within the hour or so, I'll upload the the next episodes of my Equestrian War campaigns. So keep an eye out for that. Anyway, yeah, I'm Conquering History Games, and I'll see you next time. And thank you all for the super chats. You know, like I said, super chats are what keep the live streams going. See you then. See you later on. Bye. Oops.